Awesome. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. Well, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this June 2026 edition of Copilot Newsroom session. Whether this is your first time or you've joined us for many of our Copilot Newsroom sessions, we want you to feel welcome as we bring you the latest and greatest and the most impactful updates from M365 Copilot. Our goal today is to really cut through the noise and highlight really some of the truly things that matter with M365 Copilot on how you work, collaborate, and drive value with AI. So we've really structured today's session based on a fast-paced, practical, and highly relevant overview. So we want to walk you through with a clear understanding of what is new and how to apply M365 Copilot immediately with all the changes. So let me briefly set the stage for today as we will start with the key end user capabilities, focusing on the innovators that are directly impacting how individuals use Copilot across the daily work. From there, we're really going to translate and transition into the IT admin capabilities, where Will's going to cover us and help highlight what is new from a governance, security, and deployment perspective. The goal is really going to be simple. By the end of this session, you're really going to be able to have both a user level and an organizational level understanding of where Copilot continues to evolve and how to take advantage of these opportunities. But before we dive in, a quick word about who we are. Reply is really a decentralized network of specialized companies designed to stay agile, innovative, and close to you, our customers. With over 16,000 professionals across 200 different plus companies and a global footprint, our focus is really on delivering best-in-class technology solutions and a deep expertise within the Microsoft technologies. This structure really helps us to allow both scale and specialization to every engagement that we work with you. When we're thinking about our next steps and thinking about who we are at Valorem Reply, we specialize in Microsoft solutions. So whether you're really looking at a new social tool to connect with people at your global organization, if you're thinking about how to roll out at this M365 Copilot, or even if you're thinking about a custom-built solution, we bring the best of the technical security and adoption guidance to aid you throughout that process. If there's more niche things that you need for your organization, there's probably a reply company for that, and we can do that here for you. Our goal is to really combine the technical and depth approach with a strong adoption and change management to ensure the success across your organization. Our approach to modern work is really grounded in 4 core pillars as well. First, defining the strategy. Second, enabling adoption and change management to ensure success at your organization. Third, designing strong user experiences. And finally, executing, build, and implementation. It is really the combination of these 4 key pillars across people, the process, and the technology, bringing them together to drive that meaningful and sustained value for our clients. And when we're thinking about what this translates to in a broad set of capabilities across Microsoft's ecosystem, we have quite a few specialties at Reply. And we encourage you to really reach out if you have any questions regarding an implementation or configuration of any of these tools and beyond. From Copilot to Viva, to governance, security, automation, and custom application development, we support you, our organizations, at every stage of the journey. Whether the need is migration, optimization, or innovation really with AI, our teams are equipped with the need to meet you where you are. To continue moving you forward, we really want to help you come alongside. And with that, we want to say you'll hear from a few of us across the team today. I am Dr. Richard Monroe, serving as adoption consultant for Valorem Reply, and we'll be kicking things off alongside the amazing Sharon Abraham, as well as Abraham, and Will Lee, and we will walk through the latest updates, what they mean really for you. We'll each take different sections to ensure you get both depth and perspective across the content today. So with now that in context in place of where we come from, let us transition into the first section of today's session. We're going to start with the end user capabilities, which is where we are seeing some of the most exciting innovation coming from Microsoft right now. These are the features that directly impact how you work every day, how your team works every day, and impacting them on a daily workflow, how you interact with Copilot, and how you extract the value across the M365 environment. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at what is new and what it means in practice. So when we're thinking about right off the bat, we have a refreshed Microsoft M365 Copilot app design. This refresh design really gains a refresh that is chat-centered design, helping users really stay focused and organized across the environment. That chat-centered layout really helps provide a streamlined design, putting the chat forward and responses front and center for that cleaner Copilot experience. There's a simpler navigation, easier navigation helping the users to move through the application, keeping that context across all the tasks really front and center, and helping to organize the work. New ways of working, organizing work, easily able to find some functionality through the search or files, easier to be able to pick up where you left off by navigating through that left-hand pane, smoother experience. Next up is Anthropic's Claude for Opus 4.08, is now available as well in the Microsoft M365 Copilot, expanding the model choices for advanced and multi-step work. This allows for that advanced reasoning, handling complex multi-step tasks that we've been looking for using Copilot for that long-running workflow with better tool selection and instruction. We're thinking about stronger outputs as we know the power is in the prompt, but with these new models, it helps improve those results for drafting documents, analyzing data, building presentations, and beyond. The grounded results, working with the work IQ, outputs are going to be grounded exactly in the organization's data for more relevant and accurate answers. When we're thinking about this model, this is something you can select. I like to think of them as the engines to be able to help Copilot run even stronger, and now with Claude Opus 4.8 coming soon. Next up are the Copilot Notebook enhancements. There's a lot of Copilot Notebook enhancements as it's gained a unified interface as well. Teams meetings as knowledge, adding in new ways to turn notes into spreadsheets and infographics. So this is a unified new notebook view. It's an updated interface that brings those chats, created outputs, and references together in Copilot Notebooks itself or within the OneNotes in that sync capability. Meetings as knowledge. Now we're able to reference individual Teams meetings, bringing in the transcripts, notes, chats, and the shared content from that meeting as a notebook knowledge source. Spreadsheets and infographics. This is the new generated Excel spreadsheets via the Excel agent and auto-convert notebooks content into visual infographics. Showcasing those here, we see those advancements in knowledge sources right here on the page that are available within Copilot Notebooks, bringing that highly requested Teams meeting, Outlook emails, web pages, and more to the Copilot Notebook experience. This is in addition to the availability of notebooks within OneNote. They are synced up, which brings you that notebook experience to you no matter where you are, grounded in those specific reference materials needed to enhance the Copilot Notebook functionality and usability. Right within the comfort of Copilot Notebooks also brings this functionality of creating new resources like an Excel spreadsheet right within the Copilot Notebook experience. Once the flow is really initiated, this Excel agent coming right to the notebooks can help tailor this unique experience and requests to build out those right within our notebook, adding it as a reference source right within your Copilot Notebook, bringing that Excel spreadsheet and more directly to you. Automatically creating infographics as well from that Copilot Notebook content so we can help identify that clear visual summary of everything in our resources within that notebook. Analyzing those notes as references, key highlight points, relationships, thinking about the insights of how those key points work together, eliminating that manual slide creation and instantly generating shareable values and visuals, translating that complex content into an easy to understand format for broader audiences thinking about how we accelerate the communication right from our Copilot notebook. Also, catch up on your morning commute as Copilot is now coming to Apple CarPlay. So giving you really that hands-free experience that we've been dedicated to with the Copilot chat home experience as well as within the applications. This helps drive a new opportunity for you to utilize Copilot on your daily commute in between offices or on the way there. With OpenAI's GPT 5.5, this instantly brings in higher quality, more concise responses for everyday work across Copilot Chat and in Copilot Studio. This is providing an additional ability of clearer, faster answers, less verbose responses, and those fewer unnecessary follow-up questions to Copilot. This helps broaden the strength when we're thinking about improving the image analysis and the STEM related responses, building on GPT's 5.3 instant, bringing you the new 5.5. So where to find it? This is going to be available in the quick response under 5.5, as well as GPT 5.5 chat in Copilot Studio early release environments. And the expanded Copilot Prompt Gallery. You may also now see it as the Prompt Lab. This new Prompt Gallery brings ready-to-use prompts and tasks-based ideas together for users like you to be able to use Copilot right away, especially when we're thinking about those prompts, developing those 4 key elements. Sometimes we need just a little bit of extra help. Now we have ready-to-use prompts, curated, direct, be able to draft out documents, meeting preparation, analysis, and catching up on the work that we may have missed. Guided discovery. This really helps us add some simple guidance, helping you to be able to find a starting point and developing a great prompt for Copilot. And then finally, shared workflows. Teams can really share the abilities for you to be able to share those prompts, the great prompts that you're using on a day-to-day. And next up, I'll switch it over to Sharon. Over to you.
Thanks, Richard. So walking through a couple more of those end user updates for this month, we have what's known as the account selector for Copilot in Outlook. So if you're someone who has multiple Copilot enabled tenants that you're constantly switching between when it comes to Outlook and trying to work with Copilot, the great news here is that you now have a very clear distinction as the selector makes it easy to figure out which Copilot account you are using and allows you to take actions without cross collaboration or between the two accounts or having any sorts of confusion in there. Looking up next, this is a really neat feature as well. You have the Copilot call delegation. So Copilot call delegation, think of it as your personal assistant. It steps in when you are busy and away from your work, when you cannot either pick up an incoming Teams phone call or you're busy doing something else. Copilot, if enabled, can answer the call on your behalf, capture some of those current intent and details of that call, and deliver a summary to you once you're back, and you can follow up with actions accordingly on your own timeline. Working with Microsoft Bookings, it can also allow you to set up some follow-up appointments with those callers that you missed calls from so that you can catch up on those details and actually get to talk through some of that by also getting a summary prior to that as well. So again, keeping it all within one space without you having to miss any of those upcoming crucial details. Our next update is one that has rolled out in April, but one that we'd like to highlight again. It makes it really easy to catch up on meetings with video recap. So essentially the way that this works is that you will now have recorded team meetings that are turned into some of those short style content with highlight reels displaying what those key moments are or decisions that were taken within a meeting. So if you either missed a meeting or would like to revisit some of that content, you can do that with Copilot's video recaps, allowing you to make sure that you are up to date on all the latest and greatest information across your meetings. Speaking of videos and making sure that you have access to content that is relevant to you, organizers can now permanently delete meeting recordings, transcript, AI summaries, and notes of information that is no longer relevant to users with ease now from directly within the recap page within the More menu. Again, think about your governance. You want to make sure that you are only holding on to content that is relevant. So all of these actions are now easy to take care of directly within that recap page. If you have any shared files that were referenced as part of that, they will continue to stay in their original location, so you're not overwriting any content within that. Again, making it easier to clean up any of the content and make sure that you are retaining the relevant content as you continue to create new files and documents and not overcrowd your space. Switching gears a little bit into Word. Now, Copilot in Word now surfaces a consolidated summary of your recent file activity. I personally really like this feature that has rolled out because it allows you to now see who has made edits to your Word documents, the latest edits, user comments. You're able to quickly catch up on this news without having to go and find those edits and changes directly within Word. So again, you can quickly review what's changed across the document and take actions with ease, allowing you to spend less time navigating between edits and finding out where you're mentioned and looking for those comments and changes. Speaking of more Word updates, we have Copilot Memory, which allows you to personalize your responses based off of your user context and your prior interactions. So again, our goal with Copilot is to spend less time telling Copilot what to do, but really leverage that AI capability of understanding your tone, your preferences, and the way that you work. With Copilot Memory, if you toggle it on, you are able to leverage it to, again, go back to understanding your preferences and your ways of working, and Copilot can deliver that more tailored and efficient, useful process for you to work with it as well. And now some personal insights are now displayed on top of a document. So think of a summary style format. Every time you are working with Word and you are opening up a new document, it can display some of those insights on the very top, allowing you to quickly focus and scan through what is most important in the document and what you are about to read. Again, making it very easy for you to understand the main concepts of a document without having to spend a very long time pouring through the contents themselves. And for writing suggestions, again, these are those real-time suggestions that allow you to work with Copilot really being your editor or a second person to collaborate with that allow you to see what some of those suggestions are that can improve your tone, clarity, and writing guidance and style as you're creating as you're creating a work across your document. So again, higher quality content without having to spend more time reviewing it, as Copilot will work alongside you to make sure that those edits are in place and you can either approve those edits or just reject them and proceed with what you currently have. Now, when we're looking at this feature, this is something that we have personally been very excited to see now in PowerPoint Live. This is rolling out this month, so hopefully people will be able to access it within the next coming months as well. Within PowerPoint Live, attendees can now select a slide text during the meeting and ask Copilot to actually explain the content. So hopefully with this new update, you are able to ask Copilot to work with you and generate that content, allowing you to actually understand any unfamiliar terms or any ideas that are listed within that live without having to unmute yourself or disrupt the flow of work as a presenter is presenting that context. So again, for an organization, it just continues to make sure that meetings are more accessible for everyone. It's clearer for people to follow through and more informative as you're able to get that real-time assistance with Copilot within those live presentations. Looking at Copilot in PowerPoint. So we all know that the way that Copilot works is by making sure that you have the right prompts. It can work most effectively when you're able to generate those prompts, but sometimes prompts can take a little bit of time to generate. Now with Copilot in PowerPoint, you have built-in skills that allow you to act on your deck without having to create those long prompts to get started. So there are currently 3 new skills that are available. One is review this presentation, then visualize a slide, and prepare for questions. Essentially, if you click on review this presentation, it will give you suggestions on how you can improve the structure of your slide. By visualizing the slide, it will help you transform text-heavy slides into breaking them down with visuals as well to help maintain that look. And then again, prepare for questions will help you actually go over your slides and understand what some weak points are or where people might have any questions or confusion may arise. So again, helping you understand how to create a slide deck that is engaging and resonates with the audience, making sure that you have all the tools necessary to be able to have a deck that is ready. Looking at some custom skills for Copilot in SharePoint. This is something that is very neat. Again, it rolled out last month, Copilot in SharePoint now helps users turn some of those multi-step workflows or prompts that you would have used previously into reusable site-specific assets. The way that this works is you can go ahead and create a new custom skill using natural language. You can ask it to do different actions, whether that's reviewing different documents or meetings or different lists, sorry. You can go ahead and create that custom skill. And the next time someone who has access to the site is able to come and review it, they're able to use that custom skill to do those multi-step workflows. Again, you're thinking about consistent results as these are all saved and you're able to do things within a couple clicks instead of having to redo all of those workflows or rewrite all of those prompts. And then for our last end user update, we have coming up this month, we have the learning agent. So as we're seeing a lot of agents being rolled out, the learning agent is powered by Work IQ, again, grounding itself in your everyday work. And also it's powered by AI Skills Navigator. So essentially the way that it works, it allows you to get a personalized learning assistant or a learning guide, as we like to call it, allowing you to actually build your skills using Copilot, and it grounds itself in your skills so it understands what you are working on throughout the week to then provide recommendations of different skills that you can continue to learn tailored to your role and to your daily work. It can help you by providing a customized learning plan, a link to different certification, and even practice on tips and skill assessments on your current working schedule and also on any sort of areas that you would like to further develop your skills within. So again, always looking for continuous learning, and this is what the learning agent helps us with. So that brings us to the end of our end user updates for this month. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Will, who will talk through the IT admin capabilities.
Perfect. Thank you, Sharon. So yes, as she mentioned, I will be taking us through the IT admin capabilities, some exciting updates here for sure. So the first one on the list is expanded ISO certifications across Copilot portfolio. And so if you were anything like me and you had no idea what ISO is, it stands for the International Organization of Standard. And essentially what this means is that Microsoft is continuing to invest into different areas of Copilot, Copilot Studio, GitHub Copilot, Dragon Copilot, and Copilot Health. Essentially, they're expanding in the certification that this third party comes in and essentially just certifies that all of these AI products are up to quality standards, deliver excellence, and are compliant as well. So I think it's always great to see that Microsoft is continuing to invest in the tool that you are investing in. So great to see more things like this come for Copilot, just certifying its usage and yeah, that other people are giving the thumbs up as well. Next is the new Copilot Adoption Hub. So I think this is going to be a pretty major change, but essentially the Adoption Hub is meant to be a sort of single one-stop shop or a place of truth for Copilot adoption. It's a great place to get started if you're just unfamiliar with Copilot or if you're an AI champion or even for those who are leaders. You can come in here and find resources that, again, might be tailored to what you're looking for, help you get started, learn what's the latest and greatest information about Copilot updates, and also learn how to use Copilot better. So Copilot Adoption Hub is coming. It's the new coming. Sorry, it has already been released, but you can check it out at the link there. Of course, we'll share out these slides, and again, this helps anyone just pick up. Or meeting you where you are at in your Copilot journey, help you use it more efficiently, or again, learn to use it overall. Okay, next, federated Copilot connectors are now available to bring real-time enterprise data into Copilot. I love to see these kinds of changes. I know the clients that I'm working with are constantly asking about Copilot extensibility options. So model context protocol servers and using those to be able to hook into various systems, different SaaS systems, and have them integrated into Work IQ will help bring out the value of various Copilot and agents much, much more, right? So you can even see even in this example, I'm prompting within the researcher agent and toggling on various sources so that when I'm prompting against Copilot within the Microsoft ecosystem, the agent or the Copilot that I'm working with, has the ability to index and source information from those external sources as well. The first wave includes connectors for partners such as LSEG, Moody's, HubSpot, and Notion, and these are available today in Copilot Chat and Researcher. Of course, Microsoft is continuing to invest in this area as well. I'm sure there are much more partners and third-party systems that are on the way. It's worth noting that this is a good change and definitely a step in the right direction. You can also also have the option to build custom federated connectors for internal systems to further extend Copilot access to enterprise data. Again, if there is a connector or there is a third-party system that you want to connect into that's not yet available from the first wave of connectors that Microsoft have released, I would definitely say check out the roadmap, see if the system that you're looking for is on the roadmap. If not, maybe exploring potential custom development options would be a more suitable option. Okay, enabling watermarks for sensitive material. I think this is a pretty interesting update that's coming out. So essentially, it is a new security feature that lets Teams meetings organizers overlay a watermark of each attendee's email address across shared content during a meeting. So if I'm currently sharing my screen and I have a presentation that I think that is meant to be confidential, then essentially anybody within the meeting that tries to take a screenshot of the content that I'm sharing, their email address will be included so that if that content or if that screenshot ever does get shared out, then it's very obvious who the person was that grabbed that information. So this is meant to be a deterrent, helping deter screen captures of sensitive material, because obviously there's an accountability factor that's attached. Okay. This feature rolled out to GA in March, so several months ago, and is now slowly rolling out to the other cloud tenants as well. Okay, and that's it for our IT admin updates. We had a short list this week, but I always like to close out talking about what's coming, what has been released, and what we're excited to see. So those will be highlighted in red. Again, the Copilot release notes for May 2026. Last month's iteration, we had some exciting updates there. Graph API enhancements for custom connectors, and being able to enable Anthropic models. We heard Richard talk about Cloud Opus 4.8 today as well. So again, another good change to see is more variability in the selection of models that we can use when leveraging Copilot or certain agents. It really does make a difference in terms of how what type of complex reasoning or logic that certain models are meant for. So my recommendation would be definitely to play around with the different models. Sometimes one type of prompt that you're looking to have Copilot or submit to Copilot, you can get two different answers from, again, those different models, especially so if you're looking to do, again, anything in the realm of complex reasoning tasks. Maybe you're asking it to generate code or review code or do deep analysis into financial data or things of that nature. Again, there's different models that serve different purposes and will be slightly better at certain tasks as well. Okay, next is the public roadmap. So in the launched area, something that I'm excited to see, that we're excited to see, is submitting agent to agent store from Agent Builder. Agent Builder, otherwise known as Copilot Studio Lite, is the sort of default chat experience where anybody without really any programming experience can go in there and build an agent. And essentially, currently, the way that it works is if you build an agent and you want your colleagues or your department or your different team members to use it, you would have to share that with them personally, and they would have to find a location where they can use it into a proper Teams channel or somewhere within the Microsoft ecosystem that it's been deployed. But now it's different, so that if you have an agent that you've built that you think could be beneficial to anyone or someone else in your organization, not just your department or your function. You can now submit that to the agent store and will require approval from an IT admin, but essentially it's an avenue that allows for your agents, built-in agent builder, to be used across your organization. Copilot voice support in Word and PowerPoint. We heard Richard and Sharon talk a lot about the new voice accessibility features, Copilot and CarPlay, being able to communicate and prompt against Copilot conversationally. I think those types of accessibility updates to Copilot, while maybe not used by everyone, I think certainly it helps certain a group of people and users use Copilot more efficiently. And someone like me as well, I'm very lazy, and sometimes I don't want to type out a very lengthy prompt. And sometimes right after a meeting, I'll have a lot of thoughts that I want to jog down. Sometimes it's easier for me to do a voice recording, and even easier now that I can talk to Copilot rather than having to type everything as well. In Outlook, draft, edit, and format emails conversationally with Copilot in Outlook. So again, in the same realm, I'd love to see accessibility updates and just increase the ways that we can interact with Copilot. Okay, and then lastly, new items that are in development. So Microsoft Copilot Studio using MCP compliant tools and agent workflows, and also being able to invoke agents as workflow steps with Agent Node. So there's lots of exciting changes coming to Copilot Studio Full and the way that that those agents build in Copilot Studio interact with other agents as well as Power Automate workflows. So lots of changes there. And again, I think Microsoft is looking to simplify and consolidate that process and really make it more accessible. So these are some of the updates that I'm personally excited to see, especially within Copilot Studio Full and integration with Power Automate workflows. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our June iteration of Copilot Newsroom. Of course, there's a Q&A section if you have any questions that you'd like to post about. Of course, you are more than welcome to email us at marketing@valoremreply.com if you need to speak with an expert one-on-one about your Copilot needs and challenges, or otherwise, again, you have the Q&A section. It should be in this meeting that you can drop your question and we can go over it.